We're all running hot. Video picks. We are 22 wins, 8 losses, up 12.96 units. It's a glorious start. To check out the entire show, hit the link at the bottom of the screen, available exclusively on odds.com. And let's move on to 7 p.m. Eastern action. We have Celtics, Pacers, Bankers Life Fieldhouse in Indianapolis, Indiana. See what we are dealing with here. Boston sitting as 1 point favorites. This total opened up at 221.5. It's now at 220.5. Celtics 24th in the league in pace to start the year, 100.17 possessions a game. Pacers 7th, 105.17 possessions a game. This is the second half of a home and home. Boston lost their second straight game, 108-107 at the Pacers. Oh, excuse me. Is this the second half of a home and home, or was that game? I have it at Indiana. Let me just make sure that
they both were in Indiana.
Yes. So it's okay. So it's not a home and home. It's a back to back.
Yeah, it's
or two games. Thank you. Sorry, I have that wrong here. Let's not be giving out bad information. 108-107 at the Pacers on Sunday, and they play again. Tatum led the charge with 25 points and 11 boards. Tatum and Brown are both averaging 25 plus, but no one else is in double digits. They need a third option. Man, they're missing Kemba badly.
Yeah.
Pacers started the year by beating the Bulls and Celtics by double digits before squeaking past the Celtics. Domantas Sabonis has been excellent, averaging 24.3 points, 11 boards, and 7 assists a game. Oladipo was rested for the first game between these two. He's ready to roll tonight. The Pacers have 5 players averaging double digits. They have Sabonis, Oladipo, and Brogdon averaging 20 plus. We'll start with Wham Bam. I look at this and think, how do I not take the Pacers here? Take it away.
That's exactly how I was thinking as well. They're number 1 in points in the paint as well, 68 points per game. That's crazy. Just like you said, Sabonis has been looking at everybody as food, bruh. So it's crazy there. I like the way this team reacted to the coaching change, man. That's one thing I did want to say on this show is that the way they extended the coach, and it seemed like they were doing like a JJ Barea to the coach by giving him extension and dropping him. They did the same thing JJ Barea with the Dallas Mavericks, but neither here nor there. I feel like they're reacting to that as like this is a new beginning, even though there were recent reports that Victor Oladipo wanted to get traded, which was interesting here. I don't want to go anywhere else but to the window with Indiana, but I haven't pulled that one yet either, and I might not, honestly, because it seems like this team with Celtics, they're just a better team, and when they have players that show up, they may be able to pull it off. I think Wanamaker is a bad loss for them. I feel like some of other players is a loss, and I think Williams may not be active as well. So if they have to rely on Tristan Thomas, it might be a little issue there. So I don't want to really bet on any side here. I might be leaning towards the under, even though I think the numbers do point towards the over in certain aspects, but I think I might lean towards the under. I haven't really made anything official, but I want to hear you guys say what you guys have to say on this one.
I'm interested in the under as well, but I see Tatum. So Tatum and Jaylen Brown are the best players on the floor, but without Kemba, and we have a healthy Pacers team, I don't know at this point in the season, 3 games in, if the Celtics are a better team right now. That's what I feel. I think Pacers need to send a message. Let's hear what Dutch Boy Fresh has to say. Celtics, Pacers, take it away.
Okay, so the C's are 0-2-1, or excuse me, the Celtics are 0-2-1 in the last 3 ATS versus the Pacers. But actually, they're 8-3 straight up in the last 11 in Indiana on the road. They're 9-2-1 ATS in their last 12. And they're also, and that's off a loss, ATS, off an ATS loss, excuse me, 9-2-1. Now, the last 3 games in the first half against the Pacers, the Celtics have been up +4, an average of 57-53. These are in the last 3 matchups. And now, including last night's game, Sunday night's game, which would be the C's 54, were up 55-49 at half. They did lose that game. Tatum had a shot to win, didn't like the play call, didn't like the shot, but they were in the game. Jaylen Brown didn't have the best game. He actually had a good game. He had 18 points on only shot. Only had 1 3. He was 8 of 13 from the floor, so it's hard to say that's a bad game. but definitely didn't get enough tips. I mean, I had over 21.5. I couldn't, it's like the guy should be getting 24, 25 points a game at ease, especially without Kimba on the court.
Right.
Now, the points in the paint, the Pacers, you mentioned that the Pacers were 60-42 plus 18 in the paint in this previous game. But I do think the Celtics are a scrappy bunch, like you mentioned, Wanamaker. I do think that, when Kimba comes back, they won't need him as much, or, it won't be such a big sign that he's missing. When Kimba comes back, won't be such a big deal. Right now, you're really missing both of them too in the lineup or off the bench as well. But I really think that the Celtics are going to come out, play some good basketball. The Pacers might be the better team. That's why I'm going to stay away from the full game. But I'm going to go ahead and ride with the trend and stick with the Celtics first half. Do you have a line out there for me, Jimmy?
Yeah, let's get you the best line that we can get you. I'll also pull up Circa. We only use the licensed legal books, and it makes things tricky on our guys.
And from a prop aspect, it's going to be pretty square again. I mean, I love Sabonis. I hit it the other night. Even in a blowout, he still got me over on the points. We'll see what that is. Sabonis is nice, especially in that matchup. But if you're looking from a Celtics aspect, it's hard not to go with Tatum. He had 30 and 25 the last two matchups. He's not a good matchup for the Pacers. Like, he can pretty much do what he wants. He's either too quick or too tall, or too big. So I expect him to get, anywhere between 26 to 30 points at ease. So we'll see where that prop does land. And I'm going to stay away from Jalen, but I might see where it's at and might go right back to the well. Like I mentioned, he was 8 of 13. Go ahead, sorry, boss.
The bonus points is at 19.5. Jaylen Brown points 22.5. Tatum at 25.5.
Okay, so let's lock into Sabonis.
That's about right.
Sabonis. This is juice to the under right now, so we're going to lock in. So you're going to get very low juice. Sabonis over 19.5 points. And that's just at minus 104. With these two teams so evenly matched, and the Celtics coming off a loss to them, it's going to keep me off betting this game. And the only move I would make would be the under. And even that, with the pace that the Pacers are playing with.
And it's been the last.
They play some trash games, though.
7-3 to the over between the two teams. So, I mean, I think it's competitive basketball, two competitive teams, but the over is in the numbers, so it goes against it. But I don't like either side, to be honest with you. I think the Celtics will show up, but I do believe it'll be a 1-possession, 2-possession game at the end.
I agree. And so it looks like we have all the props up at FanDuel. So Dutch,
what do you think about that Sabonis prop, Jimmy?
It makes sense, but
he should be able to do whatever he wants down low. He's nice, man. He could shoot. He could, if he gets to the line. I mean, he's continuing to get better from what I see.
That game plan has to be to stop the down low though. Their game plan has to be that.
Everything seems to be going through him right now.
Yeah. Right.
And if that's the case, you have to defend accordingly. And that's why I think it's a 19.5 point prop when he's averaging 24.3 on the season. I don't dislike it by any means.
100. Yeah, I think he could get it because he's skillful. That's what you're saying. Like, you're banking on him to have, nice pick and pop possessions. For them to make points. And as far as the Pacers go, you would want to lean there because they have a lot of players. TJ Warren, he could come off back screens and hit jumpers. I think it was the last game. He didn't even dribble the ball. He was looking like Steph Curry. Klay Thompson for a second. He only was hitting pull-up jumpers. So, just catch and shoot jumpers. But I look at this game as one of those kind of a trap games just because it's so enticing. It makes you want to bet it. And the only other way of betting it is for me to take this under because, like you said, they're coming off a game of beating them. It's a revenge factor there. And if you look at Indiana, after them this tight game with the Celtics, the only other teams that they beat was, the Knicks, and I believe there was another Wash team, if I'm not mistaken, but it wasn't a team that we're really like looking at as far as Chicago, another team that's very bad defensively. So that's one of the reasons why I kind of don't want to bet Indiana, even though like you said, Jimmy, the numbers pointing you there.
And another thing I think about the props, Jim, real quick, about the 19.5, why it's still available. Oh, and Depot's back. So, I mean, that probably might take away a couple shots. Hopefully, it doesn't take away too many because I believe Sabonis is a way better offensive option than Oladipo.
I know, it just makes you think they can win without Oladipo. Now they add him.
It's almost like,
they're playing with pace. I know that doesn't tire out Tatum and Brown, but it tires out Marcus Smart.
Yeah. He only has one speed.
It's
a tricky game for sure.
Yeah.
Celtics
can keep me paid first half, so I'm going to keep rolling with it.
And you got a nice spot there.
Sense,
you got first half plus a half at -110.
Oh yeah, that's nice.
Plus a half -110. Okay, so
we'll take a tie game. Fuck it.
No move for Wham and I here, but I am really leaning towards. I am leaning towards the Pacers, but this has got to be an angry Celtics team. So no, I'm gonna stay off.